brothers. And they had a father, and they stayed with their mother and father together. The father was a drunkard. Yeah, he was a drunkard. He was not only a drunkard, he was also extremely unpredictable in his work, very lazy by nature. He was a very poor father, a very poor husband. Right? He would come back home drunk every day, hit his wife and his kids, right? He would throw the food on the wife's face and say, what kind of shit are you giving me? And he would leave his job and not go to work, and he would be thrown out of jobs all the time. The poor mother had to really scrounge and work throughout her lifetime. Very poor father. Both the sons would be afraid that the father would come home every day. Yeah, they would hate him so much. They never liked him. They didn't even know what father's love was. The mother, though she loved the children, could not even give them time. There was so much work in the house, right? And every day she would try to hide. यहाँ मार पड़ी है, इसको बंद करने की कोशिश कर रही है, पीठ पे मार पड़ी है, बैठने की कोशिश कर रही है. She had a very poor life. The mother, one fine day, because of having worked so hard, malnutrition, sheer desperation of life, and she dies. These two kids lived with their father for a few more months. The father went to prison, came out, right? He again abused them, he hit them, and he threw them out all the time, would not even bother to see whether they were eaten or not eaten, whether they have any food or not, right? And he would really mistreat them. And these two boys would wait for the father to die. मतलब बोले थे यार कब इस इंसान से छुटकारा हमको मिलेगा? जिंदगी में कभी उनको किसी ने प्यार ही नहीं किया था, न बाप ने न माँ ने, right? They had a very poor existence. Eventually the father also died, liver cirrhosis, because he was drinking all the time, he abused his body, and he died. These two boys grew up almost on their own. They grew up, and in about 15 years' time, one of the boys was awarded the Manager of the Year award by the entire organization, a multi-million crore organization, and they awarded him as the best upcoming manager of the decade or of the year or whatever, right? He gets tremendous amount of energy. Everybody respects him. He has a wife, he has 2 children, they love him, they respect him. People really like him, correct? एक खराब आदत नहीं उसमें. एक खराब आदत नहीं. He was the perfect person. Everybody would applaud his achievements, and he was very motivated, very encouraging, very inspiring. People were really awed by this gentleman. So when he won the award, the office guys, their PR team, wanted his photograph, and they wanted to know his family background. How has he come up such, because he was a very hard worker. They wanted to find out how did he reach this level of achievement. So they started tracing his family, and they found his brother. They knew that he had a brother, and they contacted the brother, and they called him up and they said, we would like to meet up with you, we want a small interview from you, right? We want to talk to you. So he says, where are you calling from? I will take money if you come to me. He says, okay, we'll pay you some money, right? They were surprised, कि यार ये पैसे मांग रहा है. So they went and met up with him, and this guy was a duplicate of his father. He had a wife and 3 kids. The kids were bashed every day. When these people went to meet up with him, the wife wouldn't even open the door, and they could see that she was actually having, black and blue bruises all over her face, right? And he comes out drunk, holding a bottle, and he says, "Kya hai? Have you brought the money? Then I'll talk." So they said, "Yeah, we brought the money," and they gave him $1,000 or whatever. And they asked him, we are here from so-and-so company, and we are here to take an interview. It is about your brother. He's won the Manager of the Decade award, and he is there's going to be a celebration and an award function in the next week. And we just wanted to understand a little bit about the family and the background, where he's come from. But I'm surprised. I mean, we're surprised. How come you're like this? You're really in a very sad state. He says, yeah, I'm like this because of my father. You see, he never loved me. He never taught me what was right or wrong. He never showed me the direction to achieve things in life. He never taught me what was hard work, what was value system, how to treat the wife, how to treat the kids. He never taught me anything. I am like this because of my damn father. Right? I blame him completely for the way I am today. And tomorrow if I die and my children die, he is the only person to blame. My father was a really bad man, and I hate him. I hope he rots in hell. Right? These guys captured that, and they went back. And the next round of interviews the final interview was with the brother who achieved everything. They went and met up with him, and they said, we met up with your brother, he's in a sad state. He says, yeah, I know, I've tried to help him, but he doesn't seem to want help. Correct? He refuses to even meet me. So they said, but how come you are like this? You have achieved so much in life, you have a lovely wife, nice 2 lovely kids, you are on your way to achieving greater and greater heights of glory. How come, what went wrong or what went right with you? So he says, it's because of my father. You say, because of him, I knew how I shouldn't be. I knew I shouldn't drink. I knew I shouldn't be abusive. I knew how important education was. I knew how important hard work was. I knew that if you don't work very hard, how much suffering there is going to be in your family and in yourself. Whatever success I have today, whatever success I will ever have in the future, I attribute this entire success to my father. Which means that